These are the A minor 7th sounds on 1, 2, 3, 6 string family and on A, of course. So they'll correspond loosely with C major type sounds. So here are the basic ones, the basic forms. Again, related to the top 4 strings. Just moving the bass. A, E, G, and C. Octave displace. This form. C, G, A, and E. E, A, C, and G. And of course, G, C, E, and A. They can also go the opposite direction. So they can go closed voicing this way. A, C, E, and G. C, E, G, and A. E, G, A, and C. And then G, A, C, and E. So we'll use those as a jumping off point. So starting back at this form, actually, A, C, E, and G, release E to D. And we have an 11th chord, A, C, D, and G. Move the top voice up to B. A, C, D, and B. The middle voice can move to F sharp. A, C, F sharp, and G. So the top voice can move to F sharp. Or the top voice can move to B itself. A, C, E, and B. It's a common one. The middle voice on the G string can move to D. A, D, E, and B. A, D, E, and C, and G. A, D, E, and C. Okay. Moving ahead, A, D, G, and C, fourths. Common. A, D, G, and B, like a triad. G triad over the A and the bass. Back to the original. And now we have an A, E, G, and B, which is like a E minor over the A. Now with the B in the bass, don't normally use that, but why not? It works in passing, and it has the sound. So B, C, D, and G. Again with the F sharp inside, B, C, F sharp, and G. Okay, the C major 7 in inversion, B, E, G, and C. Sounds like an E minor 7, move the top voice to D. Now the C major 7 proper, moving backwards, C, E, G, and B. B moving to A for the A minor 7. Also, B, E, A, and D. And then C, E, F sharp, and B. And C, E, F sharp, and A. You hear they're all related. C, E, A, and D, fourths. C, D, G, and B. It's like a C triad, G triad over a C. So they all have that sound. And of course, the C major sound with an F sharp. C, F sharp, G, and D. Move the top voice to E. You can hear all the part of the same of the A minor sound family. Okay. A, C, G, and D. Moving this way. More stretch. Same with B, D, G, and E. And then C, E, A, and D that way. C, G, A, and D. C, G, A, and E. Moving up to D. And you can see there's a similarity between the B, D, G, and A, that sort of sound, and the A, D, G, and C moving up to doing the same thing on E and D. So you have this sort of a sound on the D. D, G, A, and E, and it can move back to a C, like like that. The top voice moves to C. Also E, G, A, and D. Minor third relationship, A goes to C. E, G, C, and D. And then moving up on E, we notice that we have the same relationship, E, G, C, and A, coming from E, A, C, and G. That sound backstretch to E, A, C, and D. Likewise, E, G, C, E, G, B, and C, like a C major 7 is fine. E, A, D, and G. Also, on D, on F sharp, A, D, and E. So you can hear they all have the same uniform sound to them. Also, the traditional major 7, E, B, C, and G is fine. This voice could move to F sharp and there could be an exchange. And then, so there could be G, B, C, and F sharp. The F sharp could move to a traditional major 7, G, B, C, and E. Moving our way up, G, C, E, and A. Move the E to D. G, C, D, and A. Move the top voice to B. G, C, D, and B. And of course that can oscillate back to A, C, D, and G very easily. So those chords are available. I go and cadencing on A, D, G, and C. So there's a rich sound family. Ending on A, B, C, and G, voice exchange, G, B, C, and A. So those are just the basics for this family of chords on A minor. But you can see how the bass motion, can move rather easily. It's very supple. And all the sounds are transparent between the top voices and the bottom voices, and bass motion is certainly easier on this family comparatively, modulation, etc., all those sorts of things. So if you can bear in mind that the relationship between the top family, the top 4 strings, and the bottom 4, and the top 3 strings and the bottom one, the 1, 2, 3, 6, is merely one of octave displacement. And that will probably be applicable to, I forgot that one, D, F sharp, B, and C. That's a nice one too, especially for voice exchange. C, F sharp, B, and D. Very nice. For finding the possibilities on the top 4 strings, they're certainly related. And in fact, some of the stretchier ones that are tough, that we work on the top 4 are actually much easier when you just use that octave. Like for instance, this one, C, E, G, and A is typically kind of difficult, but not quite as bad when you take the root down an octave and use 1, 2, 3, 6. So those are the basic minor 7th chords on the top 1, 2, 3, and 6 string family.